Look, we're back. Another episode here of We Got Podcast. The shit show that goes on before we start recording our pre-show. I just said today we got to record this because Ryan finally realized how dumb the NHL playoffs are, the way they seed this. So I said, you know what? Let's just talk about it and record it. Go ahead, Ryan.
Can I have some feedback before we continue then, just to be fair? I appreciate you flash starting the episode. That's wonderful. But I would like to say that we didn't get to prepare anything. So I'm looking at this on ChatGPT, and I'm just rolling with the boys because these are my guys. Like, they know what they're talking about. And it sounds super stupid. Trying to figure it out makes me feel even stupider. I can't understand. My good friend here explained to me. I got ChatGPT on my right screen. I don't even understand what that's saying. So I'm going to take a moment while you guys talk about my stupidity and the stupidity of the format.
I think Ryan's starting to realize now why I've been yelling for 2 months that the best three teams are in the same freaking division. So the Wild and the Stars, the second and third best team, play each other in the first round. It would be like the Patriots playing the Bills if they were, well, they couldn't be 2-3, but it would be like the Patriots playing the Ravens if they were the second and third best team and someone else got the bye. And Denver got the bye.
Let me just give you an example here. So ChatGPT gives all this stuff, and then it says example, and in parentheses it says simplified. Because it can't even explain it in a simple enough way.
Yeah, I understand how it works. 1 through 8. I think it should be the winner of each division is the 1 and 2 seed, and then 6 through 8 is just the next best records. And sometimes one division might only get 2 or 1 team in, but it very rarely would that happen because they play each other and by process of elimination work itself out. But
I just have one question. I like your theory, but would it be okay if we put 3 through 8 and had 8 teams? Because if we put 6 through 8,
3 through 8. There we go. You put 3 through 8 on wherever they rank. That's how they're afterwards, right. and we call it a day.
I could live with that. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. That way, you're still playing for something in the division, just like football, right?
Yeah.
So,
and then if you have one really weak division where that team just beats up on everybody, the division that has a really tough schedule still gets a 2 seed at the very least.
Yeah, I think all the postseasons definitely have flaws, right? I think MLB has gotten a little better because it's not a 1-game plan anymore. Now it's best of 3, thank God. So that's gotten a little better. Football's problem is your team could go 7-9, win their division and get a home game, stupid, and be a 10-point dog, dumb. And now the NHL with this. The only problem I have with the NBA is I don't know how I feel about the play-in tournament. I got to be honest with you. I don't know. Look, if Charlotte makes the playoffs, then hey, it proves again that maybe this is good because Charlotte is the hottest team and they would have been left out. So
you know what? I didn't love the play-in tournament originally. I think it tried to be a curb or a tanking curb, but I will tell you that the games have been really good so far. So like that would be the only argument for it. The Heat Charlotte game was really good. The Sixers Magic game, like Sixers won, but it was a really chippy, hard-fought game. The Warriors had a huge comeback last night. And then what game? What am I? Jesus Christ, I'm drawing a blank on.
Trailblazers?
The Blazers, yeah. Denny Avdia has a coming out party finally on national television. And, and now everybody's excited to see him drive down the lane against Wembanyama. So they were exciting games like that. Like, I think it would be really bad if these teams didn't seem to take it as seriously as they do. So,
did you find the Blazers game that exciting? I mean, I pretty much felt like the Blazers were going to win.
I didn't.
The whole time.
Transparently, I watched 10 minutes of it and went to bed because I had to wake up at 5 or super early to work.
I thought the Magic game, it's not the Magic game, the Hornets game was awesome. I mean, they got bailed out twice and they got to overtime and now we're moving on. That's why I think they win tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I think the Magic are disinterested to begin with. But
by the way, does Desmond Bane look like a failed safety or linebacker? What is he doing playing basketball?
I don't know. Great question. He was one of the few people that looked interested, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's just like he's the most jacked guy in the league. He's just sitting around looking at his arms.
He's just unbelievably upset that he was told this Magic team was going to be good this year, and then this is what he's got.
They should have. Franz Wagner was hurt a lot of the year, but yeah, they still need a couple pieces. I don't know. The Sixers game was good. I watched the majority of the Sixers game, and that was a good game. That was, yeah.
Yeah, right. So 3 of the 4 were good, I guess.
Yeah, I thought Sixers Magic was really good. So I thought that was a really good game. Yeah, so, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just can't. I'm now interested in the war. When it started, I was going to come on the show on Monday. We didn't talk about it, but like, does anybody give a shit about the Warriors or the Clippers? And I don't. But Steph Curry's 38 years old. I'd love to see him win this game. He's been hurt. If you've got Steph Draymond, Kristaps in decent health, and Al Horford even at his advanced age of 39. Like they're not going to win a series, but I'd like to see them all play in the playoffs. I've decided.
They're going to win a series because they're going to wind up playing OKC.
OKC, right? But it would still be fun to watch them play. End of the career. Let's get them.
Maybe they get a game. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Right. They may not make.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know if they could get a game. I don't know. It'd be interesting. We'll get into those.
They probably won't. But when all those guys are firing on all cylinders, I mean, that's still a pretty talented roster. I mean, if Porzingis ever lived up to expectations or could stay healthy, I mean, he was the unicorn at one point, or at least thought of as such.
Yeah, I mean, look,
that was a long time ago.
He sure did. He looked awesome in that series, in the finals.
Yeah, I mean,
he looked awesome in all playoffs, but I mean, he was hitting threes left and right, but they couldn't. Yeah, they could. Nobody could
stop him.
Yeah.
And now he's with the team he beat.
Yeah. No, I'm excited.
Yep. All right, we're gonna let Jimmy tell us about the UFC, but before you do, I'll tell you a quick story. Jimmy amused me today. I was in one of my former stores with a store manager that we both had work for us at one point, and I was explaining that you were a UFC expert. He misunderstood and said, "Jimmy does MMA, like fights?"
No.
I said, no. I said, Jimmy's 44, and if he got in a cage or an octagon, I don't know if Jimmy would see 45.
Wouldn't be good, that's for sure.
But I would pay to see it. Let me get you.
I mean, didn't you have a short span of high school wrestling?
No, I did not.
Middle school wrestling?
No,
I
wrestling.
said something about it.
No wrestling. Wish I did.
Oh, well.
I one of my regrets. I wish I would have wrestled.
I think what you're referring to is Big League taught him how to take falls.
Big League did talk. Yes, he did. Big League taught me. You're absolutely right. That was very exciting.
Still waiting for him to come on the show, by the way. But
yeah, I should have tried to get him for. We've got big things coming up here.
We do. This was WrestleMania week. Yep. Would have been perfect for him.
The big controversy was photos were getting leaked of the stage setup. I'm like, who cares? But apparently that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think the hardcore fan is a little disappointed with the lead up to WrestleMania. They're using McAfee as a clown. He's going to be part of it. It's just seems like Triple H is letting go of the rope here and not putting out good content. That's what I don't know, man. I haven't watched anything. I got to be honest.
It's show business. They're getting tons of views. At least after that. What was that first one? Was it 6 months ago, give or take, on Netflix? I think it was roughly 6 months. Was it more?
Talking about January as Royal Rumble.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, whatever it was, it got massive viewership. So, I mean, he must be doing something right. It's tough though because that, whatever you want to call it, league, sports entertainment group, whatever it is, they get, I forget the stats, but it's something like 1 in 6,000 people that go to those like development clubs, groups, whatever it is. 1 in 6,000 make it onto even the show, let alone be a John Cena type.
Right.
Those are even more ridiculous. It's like 1 in 80,000 or something, and they're paying for all that, or at least contributing to it, keeping those facilities open, etc. I remember watching years ago that dude. God, I can't remember his name. He was a tan, short, heavyset dude with a mohawk. And he was a former wrestler for a short time, but everybody would know him. We would know him, whoever he was. It was on MTV, and they showed him just taking bump. All of them. Like they brought like 16 tryout people in, and one person would get some sort of contract, and they would show them taking bumps. Which anybody that doesn't know a bump, I know you're listening, or whoever's seeing, you basically throw your arms this way so that everything across your whole body hits the mat at the same time. And you tuck your chin so that you don't get a concussion, which, of course, we all know they get tons of. But that's the whole idea that, oh, God, I can't remember his name. It's right. The Animal, something like that. But anyway, they have a hard time coming up with talent. So, we'll see it. I think there's ebbs and flows in that, like any other thing.
I don't think, I got to tell you, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Animal has not been with us for a while, right? Isn't that, was it Hawk or Animal whose son played, was the little Laurinaitis, the linebacker at Ohio State?
It might not have been right.
I think Animal. Are you talking about? Oh my God, Brian something. He was in the Nasty Boys.
No, I'm gonna find it in a second.
He was short with blonde hair.
I'll find it while we're chatting about whatever.
Give me a little UFC.
Yeah, so I don't have a ton here tonight. It's not a card I'm super excited about. Gilbert Burns is headlining fighting Matt Malott, and I'll tell you, this is a tough one. Only because Gilbert Burns is plus
Part where you
230.
tell us.
Malott minus
Oh,
285.
no,
Now, I'm going to bet on Malott, but
Yeah, he
because
froze.
Burns has lost his last 4 fights in a row,
He's back.
and he's 39 years old. But when you dig into it, okay, he's lost to.
What's going to be, Jimmy? Here, I gotta stop you. What's going to be good here for people listening is you stop talking, but me and Ryan were very confused. So people see the video, it's going to be funny. But if you want to start that all over again, you froze for 45 seconds.
Completely
and
froze,
we didn't
huh?
know.
All right.
Yeah, we didn't know what's going on. You said, I'm going to tell you. And then 45 seconds of silence and me and Ryan going, are you going to tell us?
It was a hell of a cliffhanger, dude.
Look,
if you're trying to
Look, during that silence, I gave out all the big winners. Would have made you rich. So let's move on.
They're gone now.
Sorry. Hey, everybody. So, I apologize. Hey, I'm going to tell you what they were after the fights.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, go back.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm not super excited about this card. It would be a fun one to watch because I think there'll be some good fights. But from a betting perspective, I don't know. Here's what I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I'm going to bet, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to Jasmine Jasudavicius has, I think, been fighting really, really well. She's minus 310. Obviously, you can't lay that. I'm going to pair her with Mike Malott in the main event, get you to minus 128. He's minus 285. The only drawback to this is that he's fighting Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns was a title contender, lost to Usman back in the day. He beat Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, beat Jorge Masvidal. He's had some really good fights under his belt, but he's lost his last four in a row, and he's 39. Now, when you look at who he's lost to, you can almost forgive it. He lost to Bilal Muhammad, champion. He lost to Jack Della Maddalena, champion. He lost to Sean Brady, #1 contender. He lost to Michael Morales. I promise you, if there's a future on it, he will be the champion at some point. The guy is unbelievable. So he's been getting beat by the best, right? Champs, future champs, and #1 contenders. Now, Sean Brady dropped down a couple notches because he lost the last fight, but he was the #1 contender for quite some time. So that's, that makes you wonder, could Gilbert get it done? He could, but I think Mike's on the up. I would take it, and that's the only fight I think we're going to bet. I consider the Robert Valentin fight a little farther down the card. I just don't know enough about his opponent, Julian LeBlanc, and I didn't have time to go back and watch his fights with our busy week. So those are my two plays for this week, or that's my single play for this weekend. Pair Jasmine Jasudavicius with Mike Malott, and if Gilbert Burns somehow gets the upset, God bless him. I think Jasmine is a home run if you're willing to lay minus 310, or you have some other sport that you want to pair her with. That's one I think is a sure thing.
Okay, I got to ask a question.
Yeah.
And Ryan, you can chime in too. Ryan looks engaged because I think he cares about this shit. When I talk about horses, does your mind drift?
Oh, I don't hear a thing you say.
All right, because when you were talking right there, you want to know what I thought of? I was just thinking, what do you think happened to snow?
12 inches of snow?
No, like the rapper from the 90s.
Yeah, 12 inches of snow. That was his album, 12 Inches of Snow, yeah.
Oh, you're absolutely right. What do you think happened to him?
I don't know.
Do you think he ever turned Informer?
He heard Brian talking about bumps, and he was right back.
For anybody listening, this is what it's like being out with these two dopes.
Yeah.
I'm
It's just fun all the time. It never slows down.
Yeah.
Ryan, he said in the lyrics, Snow would never turn Informer. I'm asking, do you think he ever turned Informer in his lifetime? It's 30 years later, 40 years later.
Does anybody know what they actually say in the chorus of that song?
No.
Tell him.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think anybody
knows.
He
talks about that
I think it's gibberish. I don't think he's saying anything.
Yeah, well,
Normally I listen to Jimmy when he's talking about UFC, to be fair, and I try and chime in and help him out. But I was looking up that WWE thing that was driving me insane. And the host or the trainer from season 1 through 3 was the guy Taz. That's who I'm thinking of, with the tan skin and the mohawk. That's the dude. So there you go. For anybody who was wondering, it was killing me.
Oh, Taz is.
Yeah, T-A-Z-Z. He was like, it was short for Tasmanian Devil, but he was like the guy that was like showing them, hey, do this, 50 times, and he would just throw himself on the ground, et cetera, and then prove how much of a wuss they all were.
Taz.
All right, if Snow and Vanilla Ice were on a boat, they fell off. You could only save one. Jimmy, who are you saving?
Oh, Vanilla Ice. Come on. Nobody cares about Snow. Nobody can understand what he's saying.
Me too. Sorry, that's where my mind went when Ryan started talking about next.
If only he was born in the time of Sean Paul, he might have been more popular.
All right. If you could only save one of the boys to men.
Well, base, of course, because you got to have it, because you know what I mean?
All right. I read a great stat, and I wrote it down, and I just literally started laughing out loud because we were talking so much last show about the Masters. here's the best stat of the Masters. There was a lot of Rory stats, right? Are you ready for the best one?
What's the best one?
Rory has won 2 Masters. 2 since the last time the Jets got an interception.
Yeah.
It's really unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic stat.
The Jets jet along.
Oh my God, is that great? All right.
I mean, what do you do if you're like in their administration in any capacity? I don't care what it is. If you're the cook, the weightlifter, coach, the marketing person, the daycare person.
You're talking about you just cash your paycheck and chuckle with your friends.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing.
If you're the owner, you sell. If you're a player, you beg for a trade.
Yeah, but imagine all those ancillary positions we all know about which matter. And like,
if you're a coach, you just keep saying to ownership, "We're the Jets."
You know, I thought it was a crazy idea a couple years ago, but I'm onto the idea that when Aaron Glenn gets fired, bring Rex back. At least he was entertaining. Like it gave you something to look at.
He was extremely entertaining, but even he is too smart at this point.
No, he was like the job. He's dying for the Jets job.
He's got a couch gig on TV. He loves it, and he's interesting.
Campaigning for them to give him the job when they gave it to Aaron Glenn. He was everywhere
I
to
saw
get
that.
the job. Yeah,
but still, he's not capable. No one with. It's funny because we talk about Jerry Jones all the time, right? He's interfering with this, he's interfering with that, and we'll say what we want about the Cowboys, but that's a different topic. But somehow the Jets ownership doesn't get pressure from their fans to like, hey man, why don't you give this up? Why don't you give this to anybody else?
They're not even.
A couple of schleps running a podcast who have 4 followers. Like, give it to them. See what they can do.
It's they're not even close. Like it's not when you're not even close. There's nothing to get frustrated about. Like you're not. Like we're not. Like
that's what I mean.
Like like hope is so far gone. Like no Jets fan. I'm a Browns fan. I have no hope going into next year. I understand that from the beginning. Like
that'll change by August, and it wasn't an insult, Greg. Don't get defensive. It was just a joke.
About what?
About what? Nobody got
about whatever you're gonna say.
Oh no! What I was gonna say is we'll never know, obviously, but I guarantee you, behind the scenes, someone from the Jets reached out to Rex, and I'm sure Rex was like, "Oh, I'll come back. I want this bag of cash, all this control, 1, 2, 3, all these stipulations because of what he saw the first time when this organization was being run."
But that's the thing that we don't know about. Like, what's his name? It's Woody. Is it Woody Johnson?
Woody Johnson.
Like, watching them behind the scenes, were they on twice? I think they were on 2 or 3 times, if I remember, on Hard Knocks. And watching them deliver those messages, I didn't see anything crazy about them. But man, clearly the results on the field are just a mess.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, the team just the team is just a mess. I mean, even when they're good, they're bad.
Even when they even suck, like they look like shit on the field.
Even when they have pieces, they can't figure out how to put them together.
It's not great. Hey, and sometimes
they were on Hard Knocks in 2010. It looks like
just once.
Yeah,
sure.
No, they were on Hard Knocks with Rodgers,
and they were on and then 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of the old AFC East, your coach got himself into a little potential hot water.
Yeah, it seems like that's not as light as we were talking about. Yeah, we'll see how it works out.
They spun it like it was fake, but maybe it wasn't. It's not
so fake. I only saw the fake spin.
She stepped away from her job, whether forcibly or not. We don't know.
I saw that news, but she put a big statement out saying there was nothing there. It was completely out of context.
So did those 2 idiots at that concert up in the skybox or whatever. I don't know.
The skybox. They were in the front row, weren't they?
No, they were in the
the ones that
at the Coldplay.
No.
Yeah, they were.
Remember that, Greg?
Yeah.
The 2 people, they would,
Absolutely remembered. For some reason, I thought they were on the floor.
They were like on the kiss cam or something.
They were caught like he was behind her, like holding her like this.
And if they would have just acted normal, nobody would have ever known. It wouldn't have made news. Only the people at the concert would have saw it. But they all ducked and freaked out.
But they ducked and freaked out, and HR department said, "Hey,
yeah, this is now in the morning news everywhere."
Yeah, can you imagine that HR conversation?
Can you imagine how
I can't
easy that dude's wife's custody battle it was? Like, hey,
God.
Why did you leave?
Yeah,
hey, let's go to the
98%.
Let me show you.
Yeah. Like 98%. I want the kids from Sunday through Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like a CEO. He was a bigwig too. I want alimony. Why? What's your reasoning? Go to the tape.
I guarantee you the divorce lawyer for him was just like to her, just write down what you want.
Yeah.
Just write down what you want.
Keep
and
it reasonable.
Yeah.
We'll keep it out of the news. Move on with
I
life.
understand. Oh my God, Jimmy, could you just think of the HR call, especially from the guy we deal with? Greg, do you have a minute? Is it a good time? Well, it's not. Not be a good time.
No.
Is this a convenient time to talk? Nope.
Never is.
Not
Sure is.
today. Not now. Not ever.
Yeah, sure
Yeah.
not.
I'll let you know when that time comes.
Did you see the tape? Did you see the tape?
Yeah.
I'll call you back.
Yeah. I'm at capacity for bad news today, sir. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, I've hit 100.
Yeah.
You're gonna put me at 110. That's not good for me.
Yeah. Hit my limit.
Look, most people know what we do who listen, so it's funny. I won't give away many details, but I'll take a call from HR all day. But when I see LP pop up on the old caller ID, I'm like, well, this hasn't been good ever.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to win today.
They never called.
You
Say,
know what?
hey, we found a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Good news. Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna put it in your till, and you guys get credit for it. It's fine.
Hey, just call to tell you things are great.
Things are good. Nobody stole today. Every piece of inventory is where it's supposed to be right now.
Just wanted to
None
check
of
in
it's
and
at
high-five
anybody's
and
house,
everything's-
or nobody's wearing it around the store as we speak. It's just all yeah.
Oh my God.
Everything's
fine.
great.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, well, there's a little insight and laughter for everybody who knows what we do. All right.
I was just thinking about our friend up top of my screen, like someone walking out like Fred Flintstone with a couple of pieces of furniture of some kind. Like,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Jimmy doesn't have to worry too much anymore
Nope.
unless they're shoving lamps underneath their coat.
Nope. I
think anyone's walking out with a love seat.
think we're okay.
I was thinking about that clamshell looking thing Fred Flintstone had and it tipped over his car or whatever.
Yeah.
Cracks me up.
Yeah, Jimmy, if you ever have an LP issue that is external, I mean, you need to talk to the team. Like, you didn't see him leaving.
Did you assist him with the lift?
Yeah, that would be pretty wild. I mean, we are in New Jersey, so I suppose a truck could disappear. But
Yeah, right.
that wouldn't be my
It's like,
fault. It wouldn't be the store's fault. It'd be,
That was what, Goodfellas, right? Where they stole whole trucks over and over, and then the Lufthansa flight or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah.
4.4 million.
That's the biggest heist in history at the time.
Yeah, if this was late 70s, early 80s, Jimmy, I tell you, you might have a problem. A lot of wise guys could have some nice sofas.
Yeah.
Oddly, Ray's name in that was Jimmy. Remember? Oh no,
No,
that
it
was
was,
De Niro's character.
yeah,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Ray was a hint.
Henry Hill.
that's right. That's total. No. Oh yeah, it wasn't that one. Yeah, you're right.
Yep, it was a true story. I can promise you it was.
It's a great one.
Yeah. The
I wrote
bar
this down.
that they hung out at still exists. We could go there and have it. Or the bar, not the bar they hung out at. The bar they hung out at was Henry Hill's Club. The bar that they had the party after the Lufthansa heist is still in existence in Queens. We can go and have a cocktail there.
No
Yes.
Nikes.
You know when he kicks
Where
the
the
guy
guy
out for
showed
having
up
the
with the
big
pink
guy in the big
Cadillac?
coat and the Cadillac? Yeah, that bar still there. We can go have a drink there. Yeah.
What about the one where he killed Billy Bats?
That
around?
was Henry Hill's Club. That was a real club, but I think it was in Ozone Park, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't believe it's still there.
That was probably. I mean, it has to be. There. I love movies, but that probably was a top 50 scene when he took that pencil and went ham.
Get your shine box.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry, that's a different one. I was talking about the pencil in. Was it Goodfellas
I
still?
don't think so.
You talking to my
No,
friend?
you're
like
talking
that?
about Casino.
Casino. Yeah. That was a good one too.
You remember that was
Billy
the
Bats,
David
I forgot
Spade
about
line on Weekend Update. He goes, he was doing his movie reviews. He goes, Casino, a casino. It was called Goodfellas.
Yeah, I mean, look, Weekend Update had a bunch, but the Hollywood Minute with Spade was, I think it was Norm that did Weekend Update, right?
It was,
But he
yeah.
had
And then Spade did the Hollywood
time,
Minute. Yeah.
the Hollywood
Yeah,
Minute.
yeah.
Yeah. That was the best combo going.
It was very good.
That's the one thing on Saturday Night Live there's been very few times where it's gotten stale. Even now, they're funny.
Yeah,
as
the
heck,
Weekend
those
Update now
two.
is very
Okay.
good. When they have to read each other's jokes. You ever see that bit?
And you go back if you go back to the 70s and Chevy Chase, he turns to her, he goes, "Jane, you ignorant slut."
Yeah, it's
Funniest
It's
line
awesome.
ever. I know I said that on the floor.
if you haven't seen it, Greg, go watch Michael Che and Colin Jost at the end of the season. They always do a thing where they have to read each other's jokes,
best.
and Jost always writes really racist jokes, and they haven't seen them yet, and Colin Jost has to read it out loud.
That's funny. Yeah,
If
no,
you've
that's-
never seen it, that one select. It's been what 3-4 years now at least.
Yeah.
That one, it's like 10 minutes of them saying the most inappropriate shit you ever heard in your
But
life.
they all wrote,
And they just blame it on the other
they
guy.
just wrote,
And
they
it's a
wrote them for
duel.
each other. They haven't seen them and they read them live.
Yeah.
that's funny.
They try
It makes me.
It's-
Well, I'm sure they saw it before they read it, but one of my favorite.
No, they're
No,
playing,
no,
they're,
you-
crying, they're
I
having
think
trouble
you-
getting through it.
No, I know yours is. What I was about to say, I'm sure these people had seen it,
Yeah.
but one of my favorite segments of comedy ever was Kimmel when he did mean tweets and he would just have them read the awful things people tweeted
Yep.
him.
I remember.
I could watch that on a loop forever. That was
Awesome.
oh my god. That
Late
was
night's going away. Colbert is done soon.
Yeah.
And then the rest is going to be canned. You know it's all going away.
Mhm.
I'm sure.
Late night TV's gone. Letterman's not happy about it. So the whole thing. All right, we went off the rails there, but good
I
stuff.
mean, to be fair, I think you started that.
I did. I
That
know.
wasn't Jimmy.
There's not,
No,
we don't have a
okay.
lot of rails tonight. We're waiting for everything to come around.
It's true.
Yeah.
I wrote this down because we started this debate, and I didn't want to misquote. But Jimmy, here's where we're at.
He was just getting
Well,
up.
No,
You
no.
started
I
saying
didn't
it.
my call. I was going to
He
turn
was,
my
he was leaning. I saw what he's doing.
Yeah.
Rory's got 30 PGA wins. Okay, 21 European wins. So 51 total wins and 6 majors. Scotty's got 20 over here, 5 across the pond, and 4 of them are majors. So Scotty's still got a way to go here to catch Rory.
Well, I think the
Majors,
public lexicon's going to remember majors, though, right? If Scotty ends up getting 10 and Roy doesn't get another one,
I'll say right here on this show, and hopefully we're still doing it when it happens. Rory will have double-digit majors before he's done.
You think?
he's
Yes.
only, but he's only 36, right?
Yeah, he's got eight more years of peak golf, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That might be a stretch, but I don't disagree that it's
What are you
possible.
talking about? You just bet Justin Rose at that age.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but I didn't bet him to win, so it's a little different. Just my opinion.
I think you can play.
Listen, it's very
yeah.
possible. I like the guy. I got
Look,
nothing bad to say. So I'm just saying.
I'm 44 years old. I was never a great golfer, but I'm as good now as I ever was, and nothing's fell. I mean, what's going to really go? I mean, a couple yards on their drive. What could possibly go?
No, so Jimmy, I don't know how to say this, but you got to remember these guys are taking 3,000 shots a week.
Yeah.
Like it's way different than what you do, and I know you're into it and have gotten
Yeah,
back into it.
I'm
the last
obviously
few
not
years.
comparing myself to this, but I'm saying from a physical standpoint, of all the games that I was like okay at, I can't touch a basketball rim anymore like I could when I was young. I can, right? Like I can't, but I feel like golf translates over longer than most. Wouldn't you say?
100%.
I'll go with you that you're a wonderful guy and your game is at its peak, etc. All that shit. However, you don't realize like if you tried to hit 1,000 balls over a week, just 1,000, just hit 1,000 on the range, you're gonna feel something different. And these guys are doing that. I mean, Vijay Singh back in the day. I mean, I watched him in Hartford. Like he used to hit like 300 balls after his 18, after warming up with 300 balls and putting and chipping and sanding and all that crap. Like it's a lot, man. And we don't realize it. It's just like I still like playing video games here and there, but I couldn't do it all day, and I certainly couldn't do it as my profession and still have fun with it. And the physical stuff of golf, like just that impact of hitting a ball, not even hitting the ground, like following through and taking a divot, that is a lot on your back, on your neck, on your wrists, all that stuff. I'd love to hear if we want to get like somebody like Mr. Beast or Greg wants to throw some money at it and see if we can get you to hit 1,000 balls in 2 days. I'd love to hear like a real life reaction the day after, like, or 2 days after.
Yeah, you'd feel terrible.
How are you feeling, Jimmy?
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm not I won't argue that point. I'm just saying, like to your Justin Rose was in it till the very end at age 45, right? So it shows that you can still play very competitively, and he was never in his prime as good as Rory. So why wouldn't we think that he's got that kind of time left?
100%. What are we talking about? Freddie, Bernard, these guys are all, like I said, up on the Masters leaderboards in their 50s and late 50s, early 60s for Bernie. What are we talking about?
How old was Tiger?
Phil won at 50.
How old was Tiger when he won the Masters?
He was 44.
Tiger was?
Yeah, he's 50 now. He won at 19.
Yeah. So it's certainly possible.
50. What are we talking about? This guy's got 8 years of good golf left. Dude, you're thinking of, I hear what you're saying. Like, if I went out there and hit 1,000 golf balls, yeah, I'm going to be, I'll tell you right now, you want to put money up, I'll go hit 1,000 golf balls tomorrow.
I know.
I'll tell you how sore I am. It's fine. I'll be sore the next day, but I can hit 1,000 golf balls, no problem. These guys train for this. This is what they do. Rory doesn't go home like, oh my God, my back, my shoulders, my this, my that. This is what he does. This is his job. If my job was golf, lift weights, play golf, I'd be fine.
Well, to following up your point, I was thinking about Wembanyama on the way to work the other day, and some stat came up and it just got my mind racing. But at the same point, we've talked about how he does whatever it is, 12 or 14 hours a day, every day. Like it's a thing, it's a routine, and it's a profession. So I get what you're saying, but at the same point, it's a lot of repetition. If you're going to play, you got to figure to do that. Rory's playing 20 tournaments a year just to keep lively. And, I just don't know that's a guarantee. But I like the dude.
Look,
wish him the best.
Ryan, I don't disagree with you for other reasons. I don't know. I mean, he's got a nice comeback here. It's tough to say he's going to win 4 more over an 8-year span, just because it's not because of even the current players. You just never know, like, who's the next guy. Like, what's going to, over the next 8 years, some 16-year-old kid in 4 years could be the next. You don't know what's coming. So it's difficult to put that. Now, he very easily could. So I agree with you, Greg. I think he could. So,
he will.
Yeah. I'm not going to say he will. That's the difference.
Greg made a good point, too, that he came up post-Tiger, right? Like, Tiger's my age. Tiger's 50. I think he's maybe 6 months older than me.
He came up with Tiger.
Yeah, he came up behind him, whatever. Yeah. But now he's got people chasing him. We talk about Koepka being, having some struggles, but he's got a bunch of people behind him by 5 or 10 years, that are very strong players. So he's kind of caught in the middle. I agree to that.
Yeah, he was in Tigers. I mean, Tiger didn't won in 08, but Tiger was very relevant for Rory's first 6 years. I mean, Rory's first major was 11, right? A Congressional, I believe, when he ran away with the U.S. Open after blowing the Masters.
Well, what's our next tournament? We got the PGA coming up.
The next Masters, the next major is the PGA, yes, followed by the U.S. Open and then the Open Championship. I'm gonna even say Rory gets one more this year.
Is U.S. Open on Long Island this year? Yeah, thought so.
And the women's U.S. Open is at the one in Jersey, right by Paramus, Jimmy. What's that big country club right there?
Ridgewood?
Ridgewood. Is it in Ridgewood? It's where the Barclays used to be.
Didn't the Barclays used to be in Jersey City?
They started rotating it, but before they rotated it, it was at this spot.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not sure. All right. Well, cool.
I'll tell you. Plainfield. Plainville. What?
Plainfield's right by my house.
That's I believe where the women's.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes from me.
Really?
Yeah. Plainfield's right here.
Seems not real.
No, it's on Route 22. It's 15 minutes from the store in Union.
Women's U.S. Open 2026 is in. Okay, well, I was way off.
Meanwhile, Greg's like, it's in Phoenix.
Yeah.
100. I don't know what it was 100% in California. So I don't know what I read and why I thought it was in Jersey.
Further than Phoenix.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a bad job by me.
I'm sorry. What was that?
It's a bad job by me.
There you go.
Wow.
I've virtually played Plainfield Country Club a number of times at the old golf cave.
Oh, God, how'd you do in the golf game?
I don't remember.
Sure, well.
Yeah, it did.
82.
Better.
Have you been following baseball at all?
The Mets have lost 8 in a row. They can't.
They're horrible.
Yeah, they're absolutely terrible.
It's really bad.
They've got a home stint coming up, 9 games against 3 teams that you'd want 9 games against, and I've got zero faith that anything's going to come together. The biggest is the manager going to get fired before the end of May? I think it's the biggest question.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it seems to be.
It's not great. It's not great. It seems like with Juan Soto out, there's no protection for anybody and nobody can get anything done. He should be back for this home stint.
The bright side is 9 games ago and 10 games ago, they won those games.
Yeah.
Now may I explain why I was confused, and then we can talk about how dopey the LPGA is? It's at Mountain Ridge. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
It's in West Caldwell, New Jersey.
Yeah, so it's right next to Totowa.
Yeah, and the reason I thought it was the U.S. Open is because it's the America's Open, whatever the hell that is.
I mean, what's the difference between America and USA? Someone define.
Well, one's a major and one's a rinky-dink normal tournament in New Jersey.
No, I'm just terminology-wise. What's the difference?
Yeah, the Caldwells are right behind Totowa. Tony Soprano, that house, is in North Caldwell.
All right, I mean, what happened? You moved from Erie and you said, you know what? I love Deary, but now I'm going to learn everything about Jersey.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
I like a good map. Yeah.
Dude, he's a Jersey dude.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
question.
he really is.
2012, give
Jersey
or take.
proud.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I brought up the MLB, not because the Mets suck or I wanted to pile on, it was because have you been noticing the bullpens can't hold a lead no matter what game it is, what team it is? It's literally getting out of control.
The hitting's crazy this year so far.
Yeah, against the bullpen. And the starting pitching has been great. And then you go to the pen, and it's, oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw just today alone. The Royals came from behind, took a 9-6 lead, lost 10-9.
Awesome.
The A's came all the way back against the Rangers, took a 6-5 lead, put their closer in, and I'm assuming they lost. Yeah, they lost. But the Rangers scored 4 in the next inning. It's unbelievable. The bullpens can't hold a lead. You're literally printing money right now if you're betting these teams to come back.
Well, a lot of season left, but it's not starting off well for me.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful of the fades this early, but at the same, in April, it's weird weather and this and that, and they're not in their groove, but you do have to start thinking about it as a bettor.
I feel like the Mets do this all the time, though.
Yeah.
This is typical Mets.
Not this bad.
If it was
bad.
5 in a row, I might think about 8 in a row. Doesn't help they ended against the Dodgers, but they were bitching about Lindor not running up on a ground ball and if he would have, it would have ended the inning, but ultimately led to the grand slam and the floodgates opened for the Dodgers last. Hey, just what are you gonna do? Nolan McLean 2 days ago had a great game, went 7. There was an even, and then they couldn't hold him off afterwards. Like it looked like they could potentially get one finally. What do you?
Don't look now, by the way. The Rays have won 6 in a row and are in first place.
Of course they are.
By a game and a half.
Of course they are. Are they still playing in a minor league ball club or the spring training ball club?
Oh, yeah. Where are they playing? I didn't look at that this year.
Yeah, I don't know if they're at Legends Field anymore or if they're back in the Trop. Is the Trop a thing anymore? Did we restore it? What happened?
I did not look at that this year.
Much I don't care.
Yeah. That's how much people
I think that's the answer. I don't care.
Campus.
It wasn't thrust in my face.
It's unbelievable that a extremely warm weather market, the hockey is way more popular than the baseball.
Well, the teams. Well, actually, I shouldn't say
The
the baseball teams. Yeah, I know. The Lightning are really good, though.
They are. I've only been to one Lightning game in person, but it was, and they weren't that good when I was there, and it was awesome.
When were the expansion? Mid 90s?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
So, I went to a Lightning game. This is God. A while. It must be 10 years. No more. My dad passed. So 11 or 12 years. So my dad, my mom, and my wife. Me and my dad wanted to go. So he got us great seats, center ice, the whole thing. You could tell my mom, my wife, weren't really thrilled we were going to a hockey game on vacation, during my wife's Disney time, let's just say. So game ends, tied. They were playing the Calgary Flames, and my mom, my wife get up to leave. Where are you going? Overtime. So they sit back down, annoyed. 5 minutes of overtime. Horn sounds, still 3-3. They get up. Where are you going? Sit back down. There's a shootout. And then the reason I'm telling the story is because Jimmy's going to like the ending. St. Louis won in the shootout.
So the one game I went to live, this was when Vinny LeCavier and St. Louis played. St. Louis had a breakaway goal in overtime to win it. It was awesome.
You beat me by a few minutes.
Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah. I still have a picture of me. My buddy took that. I didn't realize. And he posted it online. It says, Jimmy smoking in the kids zone. I've got a smoke hanging out of my mouth, and there's a huge sign behind me that says kids zone.
That's really good. That's typical you.
Yeah.
Typical you.
Yeah, it was completely, I didn't pose for the picture. I didn't realize it was happening. I just went to have a smoke somewhere, and he figured out what was going on. Yeah, that's me.
All right. We're going to jump into NBA, NHL, and then we'll finish with some other stuff. We'll go to the NHL first, and we'll get to our bet. You heard the last episode, me and Jimmy drafted 6 teams. We have all our seeds locked in, Jimmy, so write this down so you have a copy of it too. Except the Oilers, which is why I said that. We'll get to that in a second. What could happen to Jimmy tonight before the NHL playoffs start. So my teams, the Avs, lock them in as a 1, Jimmy. The Celtics, lock them in as a 2. The Sabres, lock them in as a 2. The Nuggets, lock them in as a 3. The Golden Knights lock them in as a 4. And my last team, the Spurs, lock them in as a 2. And the way we're doing this is every time they move on, you get the amount of points that equals their seed. So every time, for instance, the Avs win, I get a point. Jimmy's team.
I'm sorry, just to clarify, it's per win, not per series win.
No, per series win.
Per series.
Okay.
Per series. Jimmy's teams, Rockets, lock them in as a 5. This one hurt a little bit. They moved up on you a little bit, Jimmy. The Lightning lock them in as the 3. The Stars lock them in as the deuce. The Cavs lock them in as the 4, which you expected. And the Knicks lock them in as the 3. The one team that has a circle, we don't know what they're going to be, is the Edmonton Oilers, because this could get real tricky tonight on Jimmy. They could be the 6 or the 8. And if they're the 8,
look at you go.
If they're the 8, Jimmy gets 0 points because they're going to lose in 5 to the Avs. If they're the 6, I think Jimmy's in really good position, and this bet might be.
Jimbo, good choice, buddy.
If they were the 8 and they won, it'd be borderline game over.
Yeah, maybe. Look,
they won't win, to your point, but
so I'll be honest with you. I've been reading a lot of stuff, and we'll get to it in the NBA. I think there's a couple of teams on your sheet that are in big trouble that you wouldn't expect me to think were in trouble.
Right.
I've been reading a few things from a couple sharps that I trust, and it seems that there could be some things unexpected on the horizon. But let's get to the NHL first. I know you have them. I know you love them. I know you want them to win. Stars minus 120. I think it's a good line, so I don't read anything into this like, oh, the Stars are only minus 120. I told you months ago the Wild were probably, when they were 25-1, if you guys remember me saying, I was like, bet this team now. They're down to like 14-1 to win the Cup. Who moves on here? You think the Stars move on? Would you endorse a play or would you pass?
I would endorse play. I mean, I picked them. Good enough reason.
I'm with you. I think the Stars move on, and if the Hornets can get home tomorrow, forget minus 120, boys. I got the Stars at 20-1.
Yeah?
This will be the last end of a parlay for me.
Awesome.
That's right, Ryan. You understand. 20-1.
I always wish you luck.
Thank you. 25 to win 5. All right. Any pick here, Ryan?
No, not in that one.
Hurricanes minus 170. Senators plus 145.
Know nothing about either of these teams. Not going to pretend that I do.
Going former Whalers.
This is where you come in with this is like the horse racing segment. You tell us.
Here's the thing. It's the best team versus the wild card too. So my problem is, if you listened last year, I hate the Hurricanes. I hate the Panthers. Thank God the Panthers aren't here this year. I don't have to deal with them. I hate the Hurricanes. So go Senators. I'll take the 145. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, so I won't tell you to go make a play. But I ain't laying 170 with that fucking Hurricanes team. I hate them.
Are the Hurricanes the Whalers?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck them.
It was like 96, 95, something like that.
You know, I agree with my brother-in-law. You're a traitor if you root for the Hurricanes. You used to be a Whaler.
Well, I'm not rooting for them because of that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I think they're going to win.
Why are we rooting for the team that moved? Fuck them. I hate them. All right.
No, they had the greatest store ever. They had an entrance there was no door. It was just a whale carved out downtown in the Civic Center.
Sounds
It was awesome. It was.
By the way,
awesome.
were they catching whales in Hartford? It's inland, if I'm not mistaken. What are we doing?
I mean, it's 30 minutes from inland, where we killed basically the entire whale population of the world, other than Japan.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Good for us.
Well,
Way to go,
well,
USA or America, depending which golf tournament you're at.
I'm going to look. A lot of times on this show, I like to bust Jimmy's balls and give him shit. Jimmy's right here in this situation. It's a great point. I mean, it's at best 60 minutes to the shoreline. And
no, that's incorrect. But
well, you can look that up right now, and we can bet a dinner on that. It's definitely 60 miles to the New Haven shoreline from.
Definitely,
it's got to be 60.
It's not 50 miles.
It's all 50. I'll look it up in 1 second.
Okay, there's no way.
That's why I got a monitor here, so I can fact check you in real time. You're like Trump. All right,
motherfucker.
I mean, you're like Trump. So, but he's right. If you left New Haven, you would have to go out of the Sound to get into the Atlantic to go another 50 miles to find whales.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Listen, people.
Were whales swimming in the Sound, Ryan?
Greg is also from Connecticut, so let's not try and shit on our state anymore. It sucks already.
Okay? The name, that's all.
No, I know, but our home state there's nothing but garbage when it comes to sports. So we've got UConn and then nobody. We go east
We don't.
to Boston. We go west to New York.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
you got Wales in downtown.
I love a good whale downtown.
Wales and
Let me tell you
downtown
something.
fucking Hartford, just swimming around the Connecticut River. They got up the stream, Jimmy. They came up the
right by G
Connecticut
Fox.
River.
We got them coming down. What I don't even know what is that a river? Whatever the hell goes through Hartford. What Greg, I'm feeling stupid. What is that?
I'm grabbing
That we drive over going 84.
Connecticut River.
Is it? What a piece of shit place that is. God, I hate Connecticut. Sorry, people.
All right. Here, I'll even give you one better. We'll do. Here we go. So to answer Ryan's question, I think we're going to split the. All right, Ryan, 42.
I know. It's you said miles. That was your mistake.
42 miles, 49.
Thank you very much.
42.
Anybody want to say I'm sorry? No, don't think so. I'm sure.
All right, Jimmy.
Yep.
I was trying to be nice, but since Ryan wanted to take a sharp left on me, just curious, if it was 42 miles from Hartford to the shoreline, would that be closer to 50 or 30?
It would be closer to.
You said 100.
I did not say 100. I said all of 50.
It's closer to 50.
Oh, okay. Trying to be nice and say, give him a little credit there, but I got to take a shot. So,
It's all right.
what? Like the Whalers. Jimmy's right.
That's fine.
All right.
I
Now
love
let's
you
move
guys.
on to the next series because nobody really cares.
I don't think anybody even realized the
No.
Hurricanes don't play. I hear like sports commentators talking about how Charlotte's alive with sports right now. I'm like, the Hurricanes play in Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Yeah,
Right,
totally
exactly.
different. Yeah.
I'm quite certain most people couldn't name two cities in fucking
Well-
North Carolina.
Well, how do you know whether it's South or North Carolina if they just call themselves the Carolina Hurricanes? What are we repping two states all of a sudden?
Yeah, at least
Yes, but
Charlotte's
no.
close to the South Carolina border. Raleigh's in the middle of the state.
Middle of the state, little Raleigh Durham. All right. Golden Knights minus 190 against the Utah, who Jimmy learned on our last show had a hockey team.
Yeah, God, fantastic. Yeah, I'm watching Utah play right now. Actually, they're up 2-1.
Yeah. I think the Knights move on here.
Yeah, I think the Knights move on. I like how Vegas
Ryan.
supports the Knights well.
Got nothing, bro.
It's a cool thing.
I know Vegas has been good the last year. Whatever.
They've really been good
All right.
since inception. It's wild.
This
I got
next, the next
sorry.
series for me,
Hmm.
and I swear to God, I'm not saying this because Jimmy has them, because Jimmy loves them, because all the things. I'm not telling you it's the greatest bet in the world, but I'm telling you this is the value on the board right now. This line's way too heavy for the Lightning. I think they're a good team. I do. I think the Lightning are a very good team, but they should not be minus 250 against the Canadians. I'm going to take the Canadians plus 205 here.
I'm clearly going to avoid betting this, but Greg's not wrong. Like, there's no reason that it should, like, in the NHL playoffs, the series are always way too close to lay that kind of money. So, if you want to bet it, bet the Canadians, or avoid.
Yeah, and I mean they've played pretty. They've had two blowouts, I guess you could say, in this series, but one to each team. Then one was decided in overtime, and two 1-goal games and two blowouts, really. And you look at this, and what do we have? What are they separated by? They're separated by. They're not separated. The Tampa Bay, that's a tiebreaker. That's why they have the home ice advantage. That's all. They have 106 points each. You want to give me plus 205?
Yeah,
I'll take Montreal. Take a shot here.
it does make the
Greg,
line,
let me
kinda
throw
makes the
you a
line stick a little bit.
softball when you get a second.
Would you say?
Let me throw you a softball. So, you Rounders, the movie, has talked about this. You have talked about this. You smoked my ass one time in a game of poker. It was not a good time. It was a fun time, but it didn't feel good financially, even though it was not a lot of money. But what I would say is this. So it sounds like you're betting the odds in this case. So if you have X amount of bankroll, right? It sounds like you just don't like the odds and you're willing to just put money on the other side of it. How much of that do you do versus like taking a player or something else versus like, I don't like these odds. Something smells funny. That's what it sounds like you're talking about.
Every bet I make.
See, I would say it sounds funny the other way, though. And Greg, you can call me out on this, but being as though they're so close, why are the odds like this?
Because the Lightning are favored to win the cup. On paper, they're the better team, and now they have home ice. But for me, it's too much. Look, if you're going to tell me that the best team in the East is only going to be minus 170 in the Hurricanes versus the worst team in the East at 145. And you're going to give me the Canadians who have 106 points in the regular season plus 205? Again, I'm not telling you it's good, a surefire winner, but what I'm telling you
hurt
is
or something. Is there an injury we're not aware of?
look, it's hockey. Everyone's hurt.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll take my chances with the Canadians. That's what I'm saying. And to what Ryan's asking is, everything I look at, I'll evaluate the odds versus what I think the odds would be. Now, will there be times where my assessment matches what the line is? Absolutely. But there'll be a lot of times where, like for me, the Sabres, I think Sabres 175 is the right number. I think it's the right number. So I tell you, if you bet the Bruins, I got no beef with you. To me, the Sabres minus 175 is a fair price. If you like the Sabres, bet the Sabres.
There's where I'm going. Fair price. So
that's fair price.
If fair price is, this, whatever it is, and they're going that much further, you're going against it kind of automatically. Just hedging bets.
Yeah, if I'm going to bet, I'm betting the Canadians. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the line should be a minus 190 plus 150.
And that's where I'm getting at. I think I'm not trying to criticize the show on the show. That's stupid. But I'm just saying, I think that's something we need to highlight more, like strategies, like stuff like that.
Well, I think we do in the NFL. Like when we talk about lines that smell, that's what we're saying. Like, hey, I would never made it this. So sometimes in football, what Jimmy and I will say is somebody knows something. So maybe we go with that side. But what I'm telling you here, when we're talking series, best of 7, straight money line, I think you got value on the Canadians plus 205 because they've proven they're 2-2 in their season series. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. Now, the next one on the board, I'm going to bet the Sabres because I think they move on, but I think it's a fair price. I think 175 is where I would have made this line. So if people want to bet the Bruins at plus 145, knock yourself out. My opinion, I think the Sabres got something cooking this year, and I think they move on. Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm going to root for Buffalo every time, so let's go Buffalo.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got because the last two series have to be decided tonight. See what happens with the Oilers. We'll finally see who the Avs play. I do think the Avs are going to be ridiculously priced. So, yeah, I don't think you can bet that series unless you want to lay a game and a half or 2 games to play the series spread.
Because we talk about that a lot. We talk about the value's not there. But what I think we miss sometimes is maybe explaining the whys of what smells. That's simplified now.
Yeah, I think that what you're talking about, Ryan, is more in a one-game situation, right? These are series numbers. So I think it's a little bit different. But yeah, if you see, for instance, your Patriots get out to a 5-0 start, and then all of a sudden they're playing on the road against the Jets, and the Jets are getting 2.5, and say, hold on. The Jets are 1-4. They're getting 2.5. Patriots are 5-0. They're less than a field goal favorite at MetLife. That's weird.
Sure. And whatever the odds are, you kind of guess at what you think's real.
And then you have to decide, is this a bad line or is it a sucker line? That's what you'll hear me and Jimmy debate a lot about when it comes to, what would you say, Jimmy? NFL, college football for sure, and then probably college basketball. I think the professional sports are a little different after football. NBA gets funny because we never know who's sitting, who's not, and that's why sometimes, we don't get a lot of times where we can give you NBA picks game to game because of the way this show is. We record it, we post it, the game's probably already started. But you'll see crazy NBA numbers where it's like, wait, what? And then you find out, oh, someone knew something. This guy's sitting and that guy's sitting. And that's why the number was, OKC getting 7 from, Charlotte.
Right.
At home. That's what I'm saying. These I look for more value in series plays. What you're talking about with a line stinking and all that is more game to game.
Well, I don't mean just the line stinking. I mean that same thing, like the value. And that's where I think the amateurs, which I would happily loop myself in, don't necessarily follow those strategies. And that's where our value is. With the three of us at different kind of levels, depending on the sport, if you want to call the UFC a sport. Sorry about that, Shep.
Ooh, got you. All right. NBA, Jimmy, it's your time to shine.
Look, what do you want to talk about?
I just want to ask you first.
Yeah.
They're favored tomorrow on the road. Do the Hornets get it done?
This is a really tough one. I think the Hornets can get it done. I think if they do, Colin Knible looked like a rookie in that playoff game. Couldn't make a shot to save his life. They sat him like basically the last half of the fourth quarter in overtime, which was a ballsy play by the coach, and good for him to do so for the guy that had Rookie of the Year potential. Not going to win it, of course, because Cooper Kupp is in existence. But they looked really, really good. They've got the firepower. They've been playing really, really well. The Magic just took the loss. Now, it's in Orlando. The Magic have the talent. But, yeah, I'm going to say Colin Knible got the jitters out. He comes up. I would take his over prop in this game because he didn't come anywhere near it last game. And, again, I think they're gonna inject some life into him. And I think the Hornets get it done.
Yeah, I do too. He's been awful, to your point, though, for the last few games, not just the last game. He's had a rough end of the season here, and you had to sit him. You had no choice. So I do. I think Charlotte gets in. What about Curry? He get by the Suns?
I think he does. The Suns are underwhelming at best. I don't know what they've got going on outside of Devin Booker. I think they're back alive. Hey, sorry, we got a guest speaker here tonight. I think they're back alive. And yeah. Say hi.
All right.
Now go.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I got no teammates here. It's I'm all by myself. I'm playing
Play a man.
Playing the point, the center, the forward,
playing it all.
coach.
See that?
Why is your wife?
It worked out.
Why's your wife here?
I don't know, but she does.
Me either. I thought we had a really good friendship, but she obviously hates me. Rockets, Lakers, final pick. Rockets are minus 575.
Yeah, obviously the Rockets are going to win this series due to the injuries. There's not. I want to tell you to take the under 5.5 games. It should be a gentleman's sweep. So I'm going to tell you to do it. It's minus 105. It's going to be gentle. The Lakers somehow will one win probably, but they're going to lose in 5. So hammer the under 5.5 at minus 1.
I'm going to go opposite that. I think that somehow the Lakers come up and they still lose the series, but it's going to be 4-2. So let's go over the 5.5.
I just don't.
I can't. I don't feel good about it. I have a feeling
without Austin Reeves and Luka, like there's nothing left, and LeBron's 41.
I know, but you know me, I'm a LeBron, whatever you want to call it, disliker. I just really feel like somehow he's going to come out of the gate. This is going to be his last hurrah. He's still going to lose, but he's going to pull 2 wins out versus your 1.
I don't know. I think Şengün, Durant, they just have too many people. Capella, like there's too many pieces there, and they're starting to play good basketball. Houston played really well at the end of the year, so I'm all over the under 5.5. Greg, opinion?
So fast. I do. I have a strong one. Lakers in 7. And I'm going to tell you why. This is the one. This is the one where the chatter is starting very quietly amongst some of the pros I follow, and it sounds like Luka's playing a little bit of possum here. Both of them will be back by game 3, and don't be shocked if Luka takes the court in game 2. This number is plus 400 for a reason.
Dude, I'm taking
both
it right
of them
now.
were not playing. This should be plus 1,000. They're going to be back by the time this turned and you know what? To Ryan's point, I think they might get a game at home because they're home. Now they're going to go on the road and be back at full strength. Lakers in 7.
I just don't see it. Even if they come back, I don't think it's going to happen.
If they both come back in game 3, Lakers win in 7. That's why I say bet it now. I wouldn't go big on it, but bet it now. Because if LeBron steals one at home and these guys are back, they're going to win the series in 7.
I think Luka, if he comes back, is going to be compromised at best. The injuries, it's a 6-week injury, 8-week injury. I don't know. I'm sticking with my pick. Feel good about it.
Look, Jimmy, it's not a bad pick. I'm just my thing here is the chatter's starting.
Yeah, I mean,
chatter.
To your point, from a value standpoint, you could make a pretty good argument about that because you're getting plus 400.
Now, you were being wishy-washy last time. Let's get a pick from you this time, buddy.
Okay.
Nuggets, T-Wolves. Are you going to finally dig in on your boyfriend here?
Yes, they're going to win the series, but it's going to be competitive. This one, I'm going to go. Oh, it's going to be 4-2 Nuggets. Take the over 5.5. I think it's the bet on the board. They're Anthony Edwards. They're Julius Randle. They're too good. They're going to win two. They're going to pull two games. They're going to lose 4-2, but it's going to be a series. The over 5.5.
A lot of props out there, as you know, at DK. Is Joker the top point scorer?
Is Joker the top point scorer? I'm gonna tell what between both teams. No,
yeah, so they posted it.
Okay. I think it's gonna. If I had to take a pick, I don't have the odds in front of me. But if I was gonna pick who's going to be the top point scorer, I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be Jamal Murray. I would say Anthony Edwards because that's the obvious answer. But he has the ability to have a 16-point game out of nowhere. I think Jamal Murray is going to go off and have a 45-point game, and I think he's going to average 30 or 32.
If you hear this before Saturday, and you can make this bet, and Jimmy's right, you're plus 550. Joker is plus 110, and Anthony Edwards is plus 130.
I'll go.
Jamal Murray's next on the board, 550.
I'll go Murray.
It's a good play. If Jimmy gets you home there, that'd be a nice hit.
Good value.
All right, your Knicks Hawks. Knicks minus 275.
Yeah, Knicks win this series. The question is, how many games does it take? The Hawks are a good team, and they've got veterans on the team. They're not like a young upstart team. But the Knicks definitely win. I mean, the obvious line is that they're going to win in same thing, a gentleman's sweep, over 5.5 games. Well, no, they think it's going to go. The under is 130. They think it's going to be a 4-2. I would take the under, take the plus money. Knicks win 4-1 plus 130.
You're not going to like this.
Good.
This is the other one that the chatter's starting, and I'm listening to some of these guys, some of these pros, and then some of the NBA analysts too, the guys who follow the sport. And they think this number's 275 for a reason. They think this is the series that has the best chance of going the distance.
Good.
I can't like 275. I don't know if I want to take 220. If I'm forced to make a pick here, I'm going to go Hawks in 7.
I mean, at that point, just take the over at minus 160 and bet it if you think it's going to be a big series. Because then it doesn't matter who pulls out 6 or 7, you're going to win.
Well, that's what Ryan went to kill someone, so we'll move on.
That's what I would do. But look, the Hawks are, like I said, they're a totally different team than they were at the beginning of the season.
They are.
They've got Quinn, what's his name, as their coach. He was a really good coach in Utah. And yeah, they've got players on their team. I don't feel like it's a home run. I love CJ McCollum. Loved him when he played in Portland.
Me too.
Love him now. Guy always plays hard. I think no, he's not. I'm confusing him with the guy from Toronto. He's not a Villanova guy, but he's a fantastic player. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really good series, but I fully expect the Knicks to pull it out. Jalen Brunson in the playoffs is a different beast. They're going to be fine.
I hope you're right for your sake. I like your team to move on. Like I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to bet it. I think it's a pass for me. But my official pick is Hawks upset the Knicks 7 games. Hawks and Lakers are my 2 upsets in the first round. I think the Celtics move on. Wouldn't shock them if they play with their food a little bit and win 4-2. What do you think?
Yeah, could. I mean, Philadelphia Maxi's great. Paul George still has a little gas in the tank. Edge comes a great rookie. I forgot Andre Drummond still played basketball, but he does.
Funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They've got Kelly Oubre looked good the other night. I mean, they're a talented basketball team. So I could see it going 4-2.
Spurs no trouble with the Blazers, right? 5 games at most.
Probably 5 games at most. It's cool though to see the Blazers getting some national TV time.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. So we all in agreement. Yeah. Spurs move on.
Yeah, I'll actually watch that series because I want to watch the Blazers.
I actually want to see what the Spurs are doing. Like, I just think that guy's just terrific. It's fun to watch.
OKC moves on, right?
Yeah.
No matter who wins that, no chance.
Yeah, there's not a much of conversation there.
So the most disrespected team in the history of sports gambling when it comes to future odds, the Detroit Pistons. Do they move on no matter who they play? How many games do you think it goes? I think if it's the Hornets, it goes 6.
If it's a Hornets, No, I think it goes 5 either way. They're too tough. They're going to body them up. They're
the Magic. It's 4.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, probably right. I think it's a 5-game series.
All right. Before Ryan, pick there.
Detroit, 100%. Their defense is ridiculous.
before we end, we'll get more into this as the shows progress. I won't get into too many odds tonight. I just thought I'd play a fun little game we used to play in college basketball for a few of these. World Cup, I can't believe it. We're less than 2 months away. And I'm telling you, as long as we do this podcast every 4 years, you're going to be like, Greg, really? God, he really does like soccer.
Oh, no. I watch
World
all
Cup
the World Cup.
If you wanted to go to Mexico versus South Africa to get this tournament started in Mexico City, what do you think the cheapest ticket is to get in the door in Mexico City?
$650.
$650. Pesos or American?
American dollars.
I'm gonna jump that to 1,600.
You're both wrong by a lot. $2,800. Cheapest seat in the house.
Nope.
If you wanted to see Canada open the tournament against Bosnia in Toronto, what are you paying?
2,200.
It's in Canada. That's a ticket.
Toronto.
It's in Toronto. Hey,
Not in like Saskatchewan or wherever the fuck else out west.
1,100.
Okay, I'm doubling.
If you wanted to see the U.S. open in Los Angeles against Paraguay, how much are you paying at SoFi?
800.
6,000.
800.
Oh wow.
All right. Poor Qatar. If you wanted to see Qatar for some reason play Switzerland in San Francisco, Levi Stadium, what's the cheapest you can get in for?
$379.
It's a great guess. Jimmy?
I don't know, $500.
$244. There's nothing, by the way, Jimmy, around us under $600 at all.
There's nothing available. That's the bigger thing. Like if you look at
There's a
available,
whole thing going on about the trains to get there and how much they're going to. There was a thing on the news.
$100.
$100.
$100 for a day pass during World Cup games.
Yeah, $100.
Unbelievable the price gouging they're doing.
why would they do that?
Because they're
Why
saying
would
it's
that be
going to cost
allowed?
the system to add the extra trains like millions.
Fucking
of
cares.
dollars.
Bullshit. They know that people are coming from other countries and have no
course.
choice.
Yeah,
No different than
because
Uber.
you
third
have to take the
party.
train.
That's stupid.
We look at the. I was looking at the MetLife games, and I sit here laughing. I was talking with one of our friends, our buddy Alex, and like literally between here and Philly, you can't go to a game.
No,
You couldn't. He
You guys
can't
are
bring his
gonna
son.
have
We couldn't go, Jimmy. Like you can't go. Like it's just you're priced out in Philly or New York. Like Norway and Senegal, cheapest ticket $600 at MetLife Stadium. Who wants to see that game?
To be fair, Senegal's a pretty good African team.
Yeah, all right,
I'm serious. They're really
I'm
good.
sure they are.
great.
I actually watch soccer.
I know.
Yeah, I follow the World Cup too. I mean, Senegal's probably what?
No, I follow them the rest of the time as well,
I mean,
and all the EPL.
I haven't looked, but I'm going to look right now. I'm going to guess Senegal's the 40th ranked team in the world. Let's see if I'm near there.
That might be
I missed.
probably. You might be right.
They're way down. I missed them. Oh my god, they're
60.
not even. I'm not even going to go past 70. All right. But here's the other crazy thing. We'll end with this because me and Ryan is actually going to start doing breakdowns for us. That's what I'm going to assign him for the World Cup. He's going to give us breakdowns.
I can do that.
And then I'll sit here as the judge and jury like I am and tell me he's right or wrong. Jimmy, let's say me and you said, you know what, we could bring Ryan up here from Maryland. He could drive up. Let's say the three of us said, you know what? It's once in a lifetime. It's at MetLife. Let's go to the World Cup final. Right now, what do you think the cheapest ticket, because they're only on the secondary market, is going for? Worst seat in the house at MetLife for the World Cup.
7,800.
I was going to say 10 G's.
Depending how many tickets you need in a row, between 13 and 18 grand.
Yeah.
A seat.
Yeah, I totally understand.
It's insane.
There
As
is not.
stupid as that is. And we criticize the Super Bowl, by the way, for like corporations buying out seats. Like, okay, now 18 grand for one.
18 grand.
30 what is it? A 28-inch wide seat, like for 2.5 hours, or maybe 5 hours if you give
What
them
is
a
the
couple
date of
hours
the
before and an hour after.
Well, it's July. I just don't know the exact date. July 19th, maybe?
Yeah,
It's
I think
Saturday
I'm
in
not
July.
even going to be here. I'll be in California, I think.
You figure it's like a 3.5 week run, I think, because group plays
Oh, it's
3 games, right?
think
So
it's
that's
six.
They
over.
don't forget, Ryan. They added a round now to the knockout stage.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
I
Neither did
definitely
I.
have some homework to do.
Yeah, I don't
they
think
are.
I'll be here. I think I'll be in Las Vegas, actually.
Oh, perfect.
They might be. Is there any games in the Vegas
I
Stadium?
don't know. Well, I'll be there for the final. I'll be there.
Oh, finals. See you. All right. I mean, it just to me, my final take on this is it's sad that you've priced the people out, especially in the New York Metro, Philly Metro areas, where literally you can't attend a game if you're, you're a dad or a mom of a soccer player and you want to take them to the World Cup game. You can't go.
Can't go.
I would understand if it was the U.S. The U.S. might be a premium, right? But it's any game between any two countries. Can't afford to go. Sad.
Do it.
I don't really have a take. I think it's demand, right?
Yeah.
It's supply and demand. And until we build 300,000 person stadiums, it's not going to exist. But those will only be used for World Cup.
Well, when it's in Europe, it's priced appropriately. It's not this.
Is it?
Yeah. We're jackasses.
Mm-hmm.
We're
I
pigs.
will look into that and have a response for next show.
You can. I was listening to a whole thing about this on VSiN, and it was like, it's a third of the price when this is in Europe or these other countries versus what we're doing over here.
I don't doubt it, and I don't know it, so I'll take your word for the moment, and I'll look into it because I never thought about that, honestly. Like, I just think economically it makes sense. You've got people from all over the world coming to the tune of whatever number, right? And it doesn't matter what team you cheer for. Like, those people that love world soccer, it doesn't matter what teams play. They're going to buy whatever ticket. At least 80% of them, And then you got your 20%, you're going for your team kind of stuff. But I never would have thought we would do that dirty, so to speak, and hopefully
we're gonna have more. We're gonna have a ton of more World Cup talk as we get into it. We're gonna record next Thursday, gentlemen, during the NFL draft. We're gonna take a week off here because Jimmy's got some work things to do. He's going away. We'll take a little hiatus, but we're gonna record during the NFL draft. I'll have money on it. I hope. I definitely will because I'll be in Jersey. We would have done some odds tonight, but we ran out of time because Jimmy's got a curfew tonight. We don't want him to get grounded. So, Jimmy, give us your final thoughts.
Hey, I've been thinking about this, and it's not true, but it's an interesting take. Football is king. Always will be king. That's why we're talking about it now. But maybe football is even more elevated because we're just jonesing for something and we've gone through the entire summer without anything. Because right now, yeah, football ended. We went right into NCAA, and now we're right in NBA and NHL playoffs. And I'm having as much fun talking sports as I ever do. Maybe football has that leg up because they come back first in the fall, and we're just so thirsty for something that's not baseball. And that's when it hits. I don't know. That's my final take. Move on.
It's a fabulous take by Jimmy, and I'll throw it to Ryan in a sec, but I'll tell you why I think it is, because you can't leave that one out there hanging. I think it's because the NFL does the greatest job with the schedule of events.
Yeah.
They have the Super Bowl, then they give us a little off, but then they have the combine, and then they have the draft, and then it's OTAs, then they release the schedule, then they're here for a real training camp, then it's preseason, then off we go.
Yeah.
Like, they do such a good job just keeping that carrot out there. And
they take a 4.5 month season and just stretch it into 12 months.
Into a year. And what a great job they do.
They do.
Ryan,
I always get sad when it ends, and then all this happens, and I'm having a blast.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't miss. I don't miss it right now. I don't miss NFL right now. I will.
Oh, I do.
Come June when there's nothing on. I'm gonna miss it like crazy.
I miss it all. Whenever it's not on, there's nothing better than an NFL Sunday and turning on the old Red Zone for 8 hours.
Yeah,
I agree, but I do need a break now and again, and I love the NFL more than life itself. Probably, if you really got down to it, I really do.
I'm the guy who says, "Give me 20 games and forget the preseason."
Yeah, I
wish that the MLB, the NBA, and the NHL all learned from what the NFL does and make it somehow make it more intense. And I don't know what they do to motivate that. But sitting people in the NBA is no good, and I get it, injury, all that. I'm not going to dive into rabbit holes. The MLB, 162 games, too long. It's too boring. Like, there's too much going on. And NBA, like, you see people sitting now and again, and I don't like it. And I'm sorry, I just said that twice. But NHL, like, you got to make it so that there's not so many penalties, because there's nothing more I love watching than the playoffs where people are worried about getting penalties versus this, like, comeback thing or whatever else, and they're reckless. I love watching games where there's 3 to 5 penalties a game, and they're legit. They're mistakes, right? So if somebody can learn from the NFL and create some urgency in watching, and I would really enjoy it.
Yeah. My final take is I don't disagree, but anytime you have a 16 games, it's just going to always matter more. So the NFL is the only league where every week matters, just like college football, and it's going to ever be tough to duplicate that. And these other leagues aren't going to give games back because that's money the owners are making. And so, but yeah. Anyway, I digress. We have a great NHL and NBA playoffs coming up, so let's enjoy it, and we'll move
enjoy
on.
it. 17 games in the NFL season. We'll get to that later. We'll teach Jimmy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's what we're here for. Ryan, I understand what you're saying, but I will say this. I agree with the MLB 100%. I think the NBA puts out an unbelievable product and knows how to market to their fans. That's why they sell out just about every game. And same with the NHL. They might not be as popular when it comes to a TV audience in America, but to their niche fan, the NHL does a great job putting out their product. 100% with you on the MLB. I am looking forward to the NHL playoffs. I will tolerate the NBA playoffs. Hopefully they get good in the second and third round, but we know what the first round usually brings. I will admit, Jimmy, are you right? Are you listening, Jimmy? Lock in. I will admit last year that the NBA playoffs were more exciting than I thought they would be because we got some series that were pushed to the brink that I did not see coming, a la Knicks and Pistons. I didn't think that was going to be competitive. I did not think the Knicks were going to come back from 2 20-point deficits against the Celtics, but they did. I did not think Indiana would push OKC to 7 games, but they did. I don't think anybody in the world thought the Pacers would be in the finals, but they were. So I'm looking forward. I'm hoping we get some exciting series in the NBA. I know. You hear me, Ryan? I know we're going to get some 7-game series in the NHL because that's what the NHL does. Let's see what happens this weekend. We'll be a little bit into it, 2-3 games into some of these series when we talk to you next time. We'll see you next Thursday. Let's get ready for the NFL draft.